Welcome to Excise and Licenses online training videos. This video will show you how to apply online for a special event liquor permit. There are a couple of steps that you will need to take to apply online. You'll first want to go to the special event liquor permit website to see all required documents for this application. You want to make sure that you have all of your documents filled out and uploaded on your computer. And you want to make sure that those documents are all in the format of a PDF format or a JPEG format. We are not able to open up any other files. For example, an HEIC format, we are not able to open up those file formats. And then you'll also want to make sure that you have a login created for Denver's Online Permitting and Licensing Center. And I also have a video on how to create that login if you need that assistance. Otherwise, you'll want to make sure that you have a login and a password. And please note that that login and password is going to be your login and password for all of your actions that you take on Denver's Online Permitting and Licensing Center. You'll want to make sure that you can remember that access and password, because you'll use that with the city for years to come. And then you'll also want to make sure that you have a credit or debit card ready. You may also process a payment from a bank account. You would need the routing number, account holder name, and account type. This screen is the main screen for Denver's Online Permitting and Licensing Center. So like I said, if you need to create an account, you can register for an account here, or if you already have your login, you can either click on this button to log in, or you can click here to add your username or your email and your password, and then you'll click on login. And then here, this takes you to the main page. And what you're wanting to do is you're going to be going to this business, short-term rental, and occupational licensing. And this is where you can apply for your license for excise and licenses. So for this example, you are going to click on Apply New. And then here, you're going to look for Liquor Special Events Permit, and you're going to click the little circle next to that. And then you're going to click on Continue Application. And then these are the eligibility questions for the application. You're going to read all of the questions, and then you're going to answer yes or no. And then, so the first question is asking, are you an entity applying for this permit? Are you a qualifying organization? And you can click on here to see what we consider a qualifying organization. And then this is asking if you've applied for a special event liquor permit in the calendar year, and have you applied for more than 15 days? And you'll answer yes or no. And then this is saying, does the location of the event have a current liquor license holder? So is a restaurant or a bar or a tavern, are they letting you use their facility for your special event? So you'll answer yes or no. And if the location does have a current liquor license, they have to de-license their location before you can apply for a special event permit. So you're going to answer yes or NA, because the place that you may be holding the event may not have a liquor license, or if the location has not de-license their liquor license for the date of your event, they'll need to do that before we can finish processing your application. And then if you are going to be playing music at your event, you will also need to fill out a special event cabaret application. And if you click here, that will take you to that document that you need to fill out and add to this application. So for this example, I'm going to say yes, that you're going to be playing music at your event. And then another question is the event date at least 30 days from the date of the application? And is that a yes or a no? And then once you've answered those questions, you'll click on Continue Application. And then here it's just telling you some of the reasons you may be denied a permit. And then so you can read those, and then we'll continue the application. And then here it just tells you the documents that are required to be submitted for this application. And any of these items you can click on the blue, and that will take you to a separate page that will explain what those documents are. I do suggest that you click on these to look into what is required for your application. And especially like the diagram of premises, really pay attention to what we require for the diagram that you submit for your application. So you go ahead and read all of those, and then we will click on Continue Application. And then here it's just asking you for the applicant information. And so the first thing we will do is we will ask for a main contact. So who are we going to send our questions to? And that could be the event planner or like the secretary or treasurer of the nonprofit. So you will enter in that information, and then their address. And then we are asking for a phone number and an email address. Make sure that you provide us contact information that is good contact information, because this is how we communicate to you regarding your application status. And this is where we send all of our documents and your posting notice and your inspection notice, and then also once you've gone through all of the application process, your permit if you are approved. So make sure that you provide a good contact information. And then here we also need a good mailing address, and then you'll click on Continue. And then here is an optional email, and this is if you want someone else to also have the email communication sent to them, they will be copied on any communication that we have with you regarding your application. You can leave it blank, or you can add somebody's email address there if you would like. And then you click on Continue Application. And then here we're asking for the name of the organization, and then the EIN number for that nonprofit organization, and then the state sales tax number for them as well. And then you'll tell us what type of qualifying organization you are, and you'll just select one of these here, and then you'll scroll down, and this is where we want to know who's the authorized representative for submitting this application. And an authorized representative is an individual with the authorization to sign and respond for either the qualifying organization or political candidate that will be issued this special event permit. So you will click on Add Representative, and then you will again put their same name, and again we want good contact information. And then you'll click on Submit, and then you can review that, and if you see that you need to edit it, you would just click on the box next to that, and then you would click Edit Selected. If everything looks good, then you click on Continue Application, and then here we want to know where the event is going to be held. And sometimes we do realize that the event is going to be held in a park or outdoors somewhere, and there's not a physical building address, but we do want to know where you're going to hold the event. So for this example, we would say Civic Center Park, Northwest corner, or you could use a physical address, and we would want the street, the city, and state, and then also the zip code. And then here We ask what type of event you are hosting, and this is either are you going to be serving beer and wine, or are you going to be serving beer and wine and then hard alcohol? So then you would select that, and then we are asking, is the event going to be held in a private or public location? And so these are the examples, like public parks, in a building, or is it outdoors? Are you going to close down a street or hold it in an alley? And then either is it a private building where they own or rent? And then we're asking, if you're holding it outside, will the special event require a street closure? Again, we're asking, will this special event have music? And then, have you already procured a fire special event permit? And again, the website will tell you how to get that fire special event permit. And then, is this event expected to host more than 250 people? And that's just a yes or no question. So you answer all of that, and then you click on continue application. And then here we're asking, when is the event going to be held? And then what are the hours that the event is going to be held? So the first one, you'll say the first date. And then this is in military hours. And then you click on submit. And then if you're going to have the event for more than one day, you will add another row. And then let's say the event is also going to be on a week later. And then you click on submit. And then you'll check out all of the dates that you have submitted. And then you'll click on continue application. And then here is where you are going to upload all of the required documents for this application. And for this instance, since I said that we were going to have music, we are required to upload a special event cabaret permit. If I had said we weren't going to have music, then this required document would not be there. So now we'll start adding all of the required documents to your application. And you want to make sure that all of your documents are filled out. They are at the address where you're holding the event. They're in the name of the nonprofit foundation. You want to make sure that everything is signed and dated and completely filled out. And so you will click on, so the first thing that we're going to upload is the diagram of premises. So you will click on upload, and then you will go in your computer and you will find out where the diagram of premises are on your computer. You will click on that and you will add it to your application. And the same thing for your certificate of good standing. You will find that, add it to the application. The next thing is the state special event liquor application. You want to make sure that that's completely filled out and signed and dated by the proper people. And then you will add that to your application as well. And then the next thing we're going to add is the special event cabaret permit, because I said that we were going to have live music. So we're going to add that. And then we're going to either add the zone use permit or a special event zone use permit. And those two differences are explained on our website. And then you will either add a possession of property certificate, a lease or a deed, and they have to be valid for at least 90 days after the date of this application submission. And you may not have a lease or a deed, so that's why we included the possession of property certificate. And that if you are having an event or you have a contract with somebody to hold the event there, you would have them fill this out and say that your nonprofit organization has permission to utilize their facility or their property for your event. So you want to make sure you have one of these uploaded. And then you will also upload a fire special event permit or a Denver Fire Department letter. And again, the differences are explained on our website. All right, and you can see that we have everything uploaded for this application. And if you see that you have uploaded the wrong document, you can go next to the document that you uploaded incorrectly and you can mark the X, and then you can upload the correct document again. So you could click on the X and it will remove that document. Then you would just click on upload, find the correct document on your computer, select it, and you would add that to the application. And then again, you just review everything, and then once you have it the way you like it, you're gonna click on continue application. And then here are the statements of understanding. You are going to read all of the statements. These are the terms and conditions to utilize a special event liquor permit, and you will read all of the rules and regulations for this, and then you will click acknowledge and agree to these terms. So you want to make sure you read all of the statements regarding this permit and that you acknowledge them. And then once you have taken care of that, you will click on continue application. And then here is your last chance to review all of the information that you submitted for this application. And if you need to edit any of that information, you can click on edit and go back and correct that information. So just go through and make sure you have all of the correct information, and then you will read the oath of application. And if you agree to this oath of application, you will check this box, and then you will click on continue application. You click on checkout now, and then here you will enter in your credit card information or your bank account information. And so we are going to enter in the credit card. And then the expiration date on the credit card, and then the zip code for the billing address on the credit card. And then you'll click on complete transaction. And this is your receipt for your records. So you'll want to make sure that you take a screenshot of this and print this for your records, because a receipt will not be emailed to you. This is your receipt. And then your application has been submitted, and you will be notified by email the process that the application is in. Processing an application usually takes up to 7 to 10 business days. And congratulations, you have successfully submitted your application. And you can go back to the permitting center, and then you could click on my records, and you'll be able to look at your business license and see what the status is of your business license. And I want to thank you for watching this Denver Excise and Licenses video, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.